I am K Bella, and I am your host of Bella Talks. And I have on the show our songbird of the city. You've probably seen her at the park. You've seen her at Lee Pitt's live show. You've seen her downtown. You've seen her pretty much everywhere. Miss Blounote, welcome to the show. Thank you for coming on. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. Oh my God. Listen, I'm so excited. I forgot to even do my intro. But we talk about fitness, fashion, finance, and life, honey.
I love it.
Listen, I got goosebumps because I'm like, this is a celebrity in the house.
Girl.
Listen, she got her own song. She's on. Ain't you? Wait a minute. We can actually download her song on Instagram, y'all.
Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
All that. So you got a story, put her song on there.
Thank you. Okay.
And Reels.
Put it down. I mean, she talking that heavy talk already.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's make her a trending sound, honey.
On, Bella Talk.
Come on.
Bella
Listen.
talking that talk.
Very much so. Because it's like a big deal. It's like you went from 0 to 100 real quick.
Somebody. Can we thank him? I'm just saying, because I'm moving out Sir's way.
I mean, you got to, because he's doing big things.
He's doing things.
He's doing big things. So tell us about yourself.
So I am Blounote. Some people refer to me as my full Melinda Blounote Daniel, but you can call me Blounote. I am a singer-songwriter, originally from North Jersey, but I've been here in Southwest Florida for actually coming up on 25 years in March.
Okay.
So I've been here for a while, raised my kids here, now have grandchildren.
Wait a minute. Grandkids.
Yeah.
You don't look, no.
Yeah, I'm two people's Mimi in this world. Yes, ma'am.
Wait a minute.
Yes, ma'am.
Grandkids?
Yes, ma'am. I will be 45 with his will in August of this year. Stop.
Just saying. Listen.
Yeah.
Mimi don't look like this. Look at the pants. Come on. I mean,
you know, you got to do the little pants dance.
Oh. This is
don't like me, because you know
this is what Mimi's come and look like. It's
2023 Mimi.
Okay, this is Mimi.
Y'all don't judge me. No. Listen, I did the job that was necessary. Right, I'm outside. Is what I am.
Not I'm outside. And you outside, and you doing it very well.
Oh, thank
very,
you.
Very well.
Thank you.
So I want to know about the name Blounote. Where did it originate from?
So, growing up, my nickname is Lou.
Okay.
Any kind of variation of Lou. Louie, Lulabelle, Lou something. So, I've always prided myself on showing up as me wherever I go.
Mm-hmm.
When I originally started, I was just doing poetry, so I went by Mahogany Blue because I always loved the name Mahogany.
Mm-hmm.
Shouts out to the boss, Diana Ross.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But when I thought about actually like fully pursuing my music, for some reason Mahogany Blue for music, I don't know why I didn't like it for that as well.
Right.
And I didn't want to have to be Mahogany Blue, the writer of poetry and stuff, but then like a whole nother name. So I was like, okay, what can I translate? So I'm like, you know what, be yourself. Be Lou. Just Blue, be Lou, put it together, Blue. That's why it's spelled Blou instead of the color.
Right. And
then Note, because I'm a writer as well as a songwriter, so it's like whether I've written something you see in a magazine, whether you read a book of mine or a poem of mine, or if it's something I wrote that I'm singing, it's a Blue Note, whether I'm writing it, singing it, what have you. So Blounote was Blue.
I love it. Yeah. I love the back. So I was always curious of, how did she get that name Blounote? Because it's in your face, but it has a ring to it.
Yeah, it's catchy. And there's a famous jazz club, Blounote, the Blounote in New York.
Okay.
And I've always loved jazz sound background, so that kind of had like that in the backdrop.
Right.
Then you got Harold Melvin and the Blounote, so it was something that already stuck. But I figured it'd be a catchy name, and honestly, everybody knows. Like it's crazy how it caught on. So.
Yes, and it caught on very fast. Like I said, you went from 0 to 100.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna go way back.
Ooh.
Where did you find? I know you said you did poetry, but where did you tap into your talent of singing?
Honestly, Coco, I've been singing my whole life. When I say my whole life, every wall of every house I've lived in has heard my voice. Thankfully, I had parents and family that, nurtured that in me. I didn't have the type, I had the family that, by the time the grown-ups don't start drinking and chilling and the barbecue going on, it's late night now, they calling the kids in here to perform for them. Can we talk about it? Okay, my first real stage besides the church was performing in front of my drunk, mama and aunties and them. God bless them, but can we have a real conversation today? All right, I was singing the Jackson 5 and Blue Moon and come on in here. Come on, Lou. Girl, sing that song you be singing. Listen to her. You listen to this girl. That child can sing. I was her. All right, I was her.
So they.
I'm so serious, y'all. And I used to be out there. Listen.
So it's safe to say they did.
Why put y'all in people's business like that? But y'all know them aunties in there. What was you want? Okay.
They did support you back in the day, even though it might have been in the living room.
Yes. And shouts out to my father, because he was the one with the technical aspect of it.
Right.
So every year for my birthday, I got a keyboard. I was always involved in learning instruments and read music and put me in plays and all. So I was that kid that was just always wrapped up in the arts. So he was
pretty much molding you into where you are now.
Very much so. Very much. I have to accredit a lot of my deep set kind of I have a natural gift, I believe, but I still, it's been honed. I've been honing my craft over the years. I just finally started doing it professionally.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we know that you're Blounote, but you're also a mother. You're a Mimi. We just seen what Mimis look like now.
Yes.
So how does it not get overwhelming, especially when you're doing a lot of shows, you're picking up a lot of things now? How does that equal out or balance? How do you get balance with doing all of these things?
If I'm gonna be really honest, especially right now in this season, it's very hard. I don't get to spend my daughter, a lot of people knew baby girl, she would always be with me when I first started, but she moved out of the area after the hurricane hit and ruined her. My son's very independent. He's the one who has 2 children, so he's always working and being a father and stuff like that.
Right.
But I went from being, for my grandson, he's the oldest, I went from being a very on hand, give the baby to me type Mimi, when he was first born, and then the pandemic hit. And that's when Blounote really was born, because one day I just was like, and I just started sitting and writing, and I birthed one of my most popular songs now, How Many. So I went from being very on hands with him to, by the time my granddaughter was born, I was actively out here doing all this stuff. So I don't have the same time that I used to have with them. Thankfully, we have the depth of a relationship that they know me, you know what I mean? But it's not in the same way. But I'd rather make that sacrifice, which I didn't do with my kids. And that's the thing I learned. I was so scared when my babies were young that I was going to miss out and they'd be. So instead of me going ahead and pushing through then, when I was also much younger and much more spirited about doing stuff, instead of me doing it then, I was like, oh no, I don't want to miss this time. And I don't regret it. But I now know my grandbabies are 2 and 3. Put this time in now, put in this footwork, so that by the time they're 5, 6, 7, and can fully understand. Mimi's trying to have had that footwork in, that bag made, that stuff in place, so that I don't have to be doing all the stuff I'm doing now to make sure they're okay for their future.
That's what's up. That is definitely what's up. So I heard a little bit about it, so it's kind of going to go into what I'm going to ask you. What motivates you and what keeps you pushing towards trying to get there? Besides, I know you said the grandbabies to make sure that they're set up, but what else motivates you?
Honestly, Coco, I can't cheat myself no more.
I mean, we can pretty much almost in the show because that was a big deal.
Yes,
Do not cheat yourself.
I can't. I have been a musician and artist my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was full on the little girl that imagined myself on the big stage, myself, you know, in movies and just all the different things.
Right.
It's funny because now that I'm an adult and now that I'm doing it, it's not so much about the vanity aspect of it. Like, ooh, look at what I'm doing.
Right.
It's just genuinely my passion. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, they say do what you want to be doing so you ain't got to have an attitude every day.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, my God.
And I be sitting on these people's job like it's their fault that I'm not. Can we talk? Can we have a real... Y'all knew Blue Note was coming. They didn't tell you, but can we have a real conversation?
Can we do
it ain't these
today?
people's fault that I'm not choosing to manifest my own destiny. That's on me.
Oh, and it's
For what I want for me, I need to make that happen. It's not that I don't think along the way I can't accept help. I've been given help. I'm grateful for my help. I actually wouldn't maybe have gotten I wouldn't have gotten as far without the help I've had along the way.
right.
But I also know for a fact,
Mm-hmm.
Blue Note that everybody knows today would nowheres be what I am if I didn't really every day. I don't love social media like y'all might think I do. I promise to God I don't. I like being ducked off. I'm an introvert. I don't need a bunch of people in my face. I like to be cute and look good, but to be honest, I'll get like this and walk around my bedroom and have a private party.
Right.
I promise to God I will.
So
It's
you
kinda
enjoy your own company.
A little thrown off, but I'll do it. I'll
Right.
be in my little shoes and my mirror like, hey girl, dance it out. Get good and tipsy and go to bed. Like, I'm home. I ain't got to drive. Ain't got to worry about who's seeing me, who got me on World Star. Who y'all seen Blue Note in the club last night? She was lit. No, y'all didn't. No, I like to be to myself, but the consistency of what I'm doing, you know what I mean? Like, I have to continue. I sing, I write songs, I write poetry. Sometimes I want to do a photo shoot. Sometimes I want to model fashion. Sometimes I want to do all the things.
Right.
And
why should we not?
Girl.
I mean, if you have it in you, why should? And I feel like, you know, years ago, it's like you got to find the thing that you like. You got to find. But what about if I like more than one thing?
Mm-hmm.
Am I supposed to stop at this just one thing,
Yes.
or why can't I be all of what I like?
Yes. And I knew I had this in me because I've had a bunch of people like, where have you been? Like, you've been right here. And
right.
Yeah, I have, but I suppressed it. I didn't, to some degree, I couldn't trust it because I'm very real. The heart that I have, you know, when people say, you know, Blue Note, she's so sweet. Cause she always like, she love on everybody. I'm genuinely who I am, but I also don't play about me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, I had to be careful with, okay, I'm out here and I know there's going to be some people want to take advantage. Some people want to play games. Some people want to play with your money. Some people want to think you're stupid. Some people, you got to deal with all these things out here. Thankfully for me, I've reached an age, I've reached a stage of my life that I'm confident enough to say, no matter what's coming at me, I know what walk I'm on. I'm on a purpose walk. It's not about what other people got going on about here, what they think about me, what they think they're going to do. I'm on a purpose walk. And as long as I remain in line there, so.
Nothing more to be said. Drink on that.
Drink
on
I don't want to waste y'all's time just saying
right,
things. You know,
okay.
Y'all knew what I'm talking about.
And let's toast to that. Thank you.
I mean,
So,
I'm a vocalist. I save my words. I'm not going to act right, by the way, if y'all didn't realize that. As deep as she could get, she's going to come right back to not acting right.
oh my
Ain't
goodness.
gonna do it.
So, I know when we go to your page,
Mhm.
we see that you are booked and busy.
Girl, look at God.
Look at God. Booked and busy.
Ma'am.
But I want to just ask, what else do we plan on seeing from you in the future?
I definitely, very seriously, do intend to put out books. I want to put out definitely a book of my poems.
Okay.
You know, I want to honor that aspect of me in and of its own right. I definitely want to put out some kind of like, I guess it would be like self-help, self-guidance type, you know, just kind of, I think I have an ability, especially when I write. You know, I can talk, but I feel like when I get to talking, I get to rambling. Sometimes I can't catch the thoughts appropriately.
Right.
But if I write it out, I can convey messages. I have an ability to do that, and it affects people in a way. So I want to put together some things too in that respect. I definitely intend to put out some full albums musically. I'm a songwriter as well, so just like I wrote the theme song for George Torres for Blended Cultures. You know, that type of thing. If people are interested and they need ads made or commercial jingles or things of that nature, I'm a writer. I don't mind doing that.
Okay.
I want to create a legacy for my kids and grandkids to be able to stand on. You know, I want to make money in my sleep, if we're being honest. I want mimosas on yachts.
Right.
You know, I don't need to be crazy rich, but I do want the comfortability of being able to prayerfully spend some time with my, kids while I'm still young enough and still have the ability to teach them certain things. I lost my mother young. I was 26. They're still here. I'm still here. So it's just, I want to lay that groundwork. I want my name to be making money for itself.
Right.
So that we can focus on the things we need to focus for, because this world is going kind of and we need to move expeditiously.
Right, because we don't
shouts out to T.I.
Right. Expeditiously, because we don't know the day or the hour. Because once you wake up, it's always something new going on. So yes, you need to set a foundation. So like you said, you could be making money in your sleep and you ain't got to worry about it, because you don't know what. Because COVID was an eye opener. COVID was an eye opener. Like, we literally woke up one day and all this stuff was on the news about people getting sick and they're dying and they're in the hospital. We don't know what this is. I'm like, are we in Jumanji or what's going on?
And then to add to it for Southwest Florida, and no disrespect, but then to the hurricane for us here locally, like that, it's been like a crazy couple of years, period.
Right,
like,
exactly.
Everybody's like, what's really going on? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what I'm telling you, I was just sitting one of those days during the pandemic. We were all home. And I was like, what am I going to do with this time? And before I knew it, I was writing a song, and it was so powerful that it was like, there's no way I have a gift to be able to do something like this and don't use it. So thankfully, that time period is when I sat and allowed myself to be like, what do I really want to do? Like, my kids are grown. My son and grandkids' mother, they're not absentee parents, so I'm not having to raise them. So I'm like, what do I do now? I did that job. They got through school. They went to, like, what do I do now? And 2.5, almost 3 years later,
here we are. But you said something that was so important. You actually got to sit down with yourself. I think before COVID, nobody had time, because we were all in the hustle and the bustle. We, work, we got kids, we got careers, we got this, we got that. So COVID, even though it brought on a bad time, but we were able to sit down and really get into ourselves to say, what is my purpose? Why am I here? Because as you see, everything shut down. You can't go to work. You can't do nothing. You can barely go to the grocery store. So, Lord, what's my purpose? And now you can talk to him, because what's my purpose? Now he set everybody down.
Ooh. It leveled the playing field. And on the flip of that, which is ironic, for me as an artist, with me putting out independent music in that time, it helped me in a lot of ways with me building a fan base on social media, because everyone was stuck inside. And I'm talking even down to people who are superstars that then kind of befriended each other, with just average citizens, if you will. You know what I mean? Because everyone was just communicating online.
Exactly.
So now I've got random people hearing my music, or I guess, or I don't even want to say I used it to my advantage. I just, before I knew it, it just was starting to help me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then word of mouth just start going, and me performing at different venues and posting my videos, people would start sharing stuff, and then more people start coming, and it just started helping build my I'm saying fans, supporters. That's what I want to say, supporters.
So Blue Note is pretty much a household name, but I do want to ask you to pretty much sum all this up. If you could say anything to your younger self, what would it be?
It's okay to not only accept, but admit that you are as dope as you are.
That's big.
You're not doing anything wrong to anybody by accepting that you're as dope as you are, by admitting it. Because the beauty of you is that you already know you don't mean no harm by being that. But God made you that way. And the sooner you tap into who you are and accept who you are for what He made you to be, everybody's going to benefit from it.
And I see that on your page a lot. Like, you are you're your biggest fan. I see you happy, and I feel like if everybody have that same spirit, what the outcome could be. Because a lot of people they suppress.
But I had to grow to that. I had to grow to that. That's important for everybody to know. I had to grow to that, which is why I'm so adamant about it now, because I'm scared to let that slip away again.
Right.
We all deserve that. So I pray that by seeing that in me, it liberates you to free yourself to do the same thing for you.
This is dope. I like it. So I had a great time on the show with your interview, and I send many blessings to you, and I know you're doing big things, and whatever you're doing, I'm here to support it. I love your work. I love everything about you.
Thank you.
On social media, how can people contact you?
Well, if you don't have social media, which I have had a few people say, you can find me on my website, www.blounote.com, BLOUNOTE. Facebook is Melinda Blounote Daniel. Instagram is Blounote. TikTok, Blounote. Blounote.
All right, and I will have her handles at the bottom of the screen so you can see exactly how to spell it out if you want to contact her. Now, she did say that if you have anything as far as like a business and you need a jingle and you need a commercial, reach out to her. So please do so, because she is on the rise. And I'm telling you now, if you don't do it now, don't say no when the price is going up, because she at you and she's a big deal. So price is going up, honey.
I mean, they're going up.
They're going up.
It's definitely going up.
They're going up, and as she should. So don't sleep on her and be like, oh, I can do. No, the prices are up. Prices are up.
You know, I'm with you when you're right. How's saying? All right. Okay.
So, if you had any words for Bella Talks, what would it be?
Ooh, girl, I've been waiting for this. Because see, what y'all got to know, I'm going to take my moment. Y'all got me here. Listen, I campaigned for this. Okay, we're going to go straight to it. We're going to let the people know. Blue Note campaigned for her spot on Bella Talks, because what we're not going to do is leave me out. Not on this goodness. Okay, do you see this black girl magic over here? I wanted to be a part of this. I wanted to show up. I wanted to support. I already support. I love what you're doing here. I love what first of all, I mean, I'm just somebody, a beautiful brown skinned girl just does something for my spirit. I'm sorry if we just gonna, talk to the vanity of it. It just does, because we're so, But beyond that, to see another queen, sis of mine, another mother in this community out here doing it for herself, speaking to people in the community and highlighting us. I've learned so much about the people that have already been on the show before me. Looking forward to seeing who's going to be on here afterward. You guys need to follow, support, subscribe, share. Each one of us is going to help each one of us get to a next level. Right. You know what I mean? Whether it's financial, emotional, mental, we all need to help each other. So I'm honored to be here. I hope and pray that you guys have been following it. If the only reason you found Bella Talks today is because maybe you're a supporter of mine, please let somebody else know about it. You guys share this information. We need to be out here supporting each other. Yeah. KOKO is doing the thing, okay?
Well, and I appreciate it. And you doing your thing. Like I said, you went from 0 to 100 real quick. And you are pretty much a household name in our area. But I do have her shirt for her.
Oh,
she get a Bella Talk shirt.
I love it. I am a super fan, y'all.
Bella Talk.
I
get a Bella Talk shirt.
fan.
I really appreciate you coming on the show.
So
I love it. I love it.
Thank you so much.
So, you want to sing us out of here?
Ooh, what? Hurry up. Tell me. Throw it out there.
Whatever you want to do.
Oh, Jesus.
Whatever you want to do.
Back lady, you gon' hurt your back, dragging all in bags like that. I guess nobody ever told you All you must hold on to is you, is you, is you. One day, all them bags gon' get in your way. One day, all them bags gon' get in your way. I said one day, all them bags gon' get in your way. One day, all them bags gon' get in your way. So that's not the First Lady Nikki. She loved when I sang that, so that's why that came to mind.
So this is Blue Note, our songbird. I am K Bella, your host, and this is Bella Talk.